everybody, and today I would like to talk about manliness. Be a man. Uh, I think manliness is my brother. He said something very powerful a long time ago about how being a man is someone who fears Yahusha and does the will of Yahusha, able to express himself to Yahusha, able to receive Yahusha and give that out to the world, able to rebuke people and do the will of Yahusha. Flat out, that is my answer. I don't care what anybody has to say because it's so true. There's so many people out there who say that they know what manliness is, but those are men who don't know how to have wonderful conversations, really deep conversations, things that really mean to the heart. People are like, well, he's a sensitive man, he can do this, he can do that. But I'm like, why would you want a man to act the way that the world tells him? And in my generation, it was all about, you're not a man if you don't hit your wife or beat your wife. You're not a man if you're not dominating other men. You're not a man if you're not an alpha. They used to call men betas. And I'm like, why would you put down a man just because he's not like you? I think it's a form of self-image. It's dumb. It's disrespectful. Because in this world, we're all the same species. We are all human beings. We are created by our Alahim in his likeness, in his image. And a lot of people think that that's a physical thing, but it's not. It really isn't. The best thing that a man could ever do is learn who his creator is. And honestly, if you're down for that, I think that you should go to the Behavior Revolutionary Scriptures and ask them if you can come into their boot camp so that you can become and have that manliness. The one that Yahusha gives to you is a supernatural, spiritual transformation that you're going to be going through, something that really hits to the heart, something that really shuns sin. But at the end of it all, you'll be wiser, you'll be knowledgeable, you'll have understanding, you'll walk upright because the people around you are dependable leaders, true leaders who love Yahusha Alahim. He's the greatest man that I have ever known, greatest man I have ever known. He's our creator, and why wouldn't we be like our creator, you know? He's made women, sure, he's made women, but we're supposed to be doing just as him. We were made in his image and his likeness. But you can't sit here and be a man and say that you are a man, you have manliness, and you're just over here hurting children, disrespecting people because they're fat, disrespecting someone just because they're old, being nasty and hard-hearted and having a seared conscience. It's straight up BS. Whatever happened to just being genuine? Whatever happened to just living your life the way that a man is supposed to be living? Free, completely free from sin, from death, from having those feelings of uncertainty, of anxiety, and not being able to cast your worries onto the one who made you. Well, there's good news. Yahuwah became Yahusha. Yahusha is Alahim. He's the one that we call to, ask for his spirit, ask for his fire and his spirit baptism. Man, it'd be wonderful if men stood up for the truth. Our world would be a whole lot better. It would be a whole lot better. But without Yahusha, we have all of these men who are listening to these points of views in their head, controlled by the frontal lobe, talking about how beating your children and your wife, doing whatever you want to, and being rough and rugged and hateful and deceitful and someone who's in the mafia. Ugh, that's not manliness. guns and robbers, that's not manliness. Being destructive with the things that we were given from above, that ain't manliness. That is straight up hypocritical. And you wouldn't want to be treated like women have been treated. A lot of women are upset. They are raging against the machine and against men because men have been taught how to act. Men have been taught how to treat one another by other men who did not have the spirit of Yahusha from within, nor did they care about the fruits of the spirit. They didn't care about someone's very being. Someone's very being. A grown man, gruff, with a vocal voice, that's somebody's baby. That's someone's child. And for him to be taught that he can't have feelings and he can't ask questions about Yahusha Alahim, about the Bible itself, without another man or another woman or whoever, because there's only two genders, male and female. Whoever's coming up to them and putting them down and saying, be a man and face it, whoever you are. Yahusha's looking at you and he's disgusted with your behavior. How is it that so many men say that they are a man in the pulpit or who are around these areas of life, especially in Christianity, and they just mistreat each and every person that they come to? They are not dependable leaders. They hate you. They don't have the true spirit of Yahusha Alahim. They don't have true brotherhood. And they make carbon copies of people who become twice as much a son of a hell as they are, making people feel like, I don't want to go here anymore. I don't want to hear the word. I don't want to hear the word anymore. I'll do what I want to do. That's what you're making in this world. That's not manly. That's chaotic. It's destructive. It's disgusting. And quite frankly, it's not romantic to women. It just shows just how much you're willing to hide behind the pulpits, to hide behind the word that is supposed to be deliverance for us all. Manliness, my generation, manliness is when you can go to Yahusha Alahim and tell him everything that you've done. Pick up your torture stake and follow him into everlasting, eternal life. Now, of course, you have to die to yourself and die daily, but that's good. Being shunned by Yahusha, chastised, and goaded. That's what makes you a son. And he builds you up to be a real man. It's like having a real father. He is our father. I mean, he is our creator. And he loves you. The invitation has been given to you, to us, to all of us. I don't think nobody wants to live gutless, unable to take this emptiness out of us and do what's right. Dying to the self is hard, but with Yahusha Alahim, anything is possible.